Yun Huai dazed a moment and charged at the immortal goddess peak like mad. She was heavily injured by Yi Mo, and then a half-divine stole her virginity. Now that Yi Mo was here, how could she let him go? Seeing this, the other divine emperors chased over too. Yi Mo charged out of the peak hurriedly. Xiaoyan wasn't here, and the person who most likely took her away was Ji Shi, or the sect leader. As soon as Yi Mo charged out of the residence of the saint on the peak, he felt a sliver of familiar qi. Instantly, Yi Mo realized that qi was the necklace he made for Xiaoyan. It was a long time ago, but it was still something he made. Yi Mo rejoiced like mad. If the necklace was here, it meant that Xiaonan was here. He charged in here too desperately and didn't notice this qi. These immortal goddess sacred sect people were indeed cunning. They hid Xiaoyan outside the peak restriction, a blind spot of his search. Yi Mo's spirit sense didn't ravage here, as he saw more than 10 divine emperor charge up. The leading one was Yan Huai, but she was now Tao molding divine emperor. Yun Huai's heart was filled with hatred, but when she saw Yi Mo hack Zisu over, she realized she was far from a match for Yi Mo. Much lesser power had dropped to Tao molding divine emperor now. Yi Mo's divine emperor domain expanded out like crazy. A purple lightning shot out, bringing out 100 kilometers of purple ray lethal force. Yun Huai was defenseless. She didn't even have time to release the 108 windfire sand, and was completely covered by the purple sword ray. Death loomed over her. She had completely lost the will to defend. She looked dazedly as the purple ray sliced across the heaven. At the last moment, she was actually thinking about the man who pressed her under him. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip: you can use left, right, A, and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Chapter 2099, Take Away Xiaoyan. Chapter 2099, Take Away Xiaoyan. In a distant corner at the immortal goddess sacred sect, a white-haired woman sat on a dark stone cushion with a sad face. This white-faced woman was the Tao Essence Divine Emperor Ji Sini. Asked for help, but her body below her knees had disappeared. Even her upper body lost an arm. If it wasn't to give the immortal goddess sacred sect a sliver of hope, she would have went into samsara already. Perhaps I should really go. After a while, the white-haired woman murmured. Whether it was the great sun god, mountain divine emperor being cocky at the immortal goddess sacred sect, or what Yi Mo did, nothing could be hidden from her, but there was nothing she could do. Everyone knew that there was Tao Essence Divine Emperor at the immortal goddess sacred sect, but no one knew that this Tao Essence Divine Emperor was a being that couldn't even fight. Yi Mo's injuries were far from recovered, but he snuck into the immortal goddess peak. All tough, he was still heavily injured. The chaos tree kept healing him. He rushed back so quickly because he knew he had to take Xiaoyan away quickly, or he might never find her again. Yi Mo had seen the foundation of the immortal goddess sacred sect. There was a Tao Essence Divine Emperor in the dark, and these divine emperors. Yi Mo knew that when the divine emperors gained up on him, not many actually dealt killing blows to him. It was just Ji Sini and a few Tao Nourishment Divine Emperor, or he wouldn't be able to escape at all. They only attacked with full power after he cut half of Ji Sini's body. One could see that Yun Huai wasn't really liked in the sect. He killed her, but not many people hated him. Those divine emperors attacked only when he heavily injured Ji Sini. She only attacked after that too. The immortal goddess peak had no one to guard now, and Yi Mo easily came to the place of the battle again. He let out his spirit sense, and in just a few seconds, he found that sliver of familiarity. Yi Mo found an ordinary stone, but it was actually a natural dimension. There was also a natural stealth formation on it. If it wasn't that Yi Mo sensed the chi from the necklace he made, he wouldn't be able to find this stone. Yi Mo didn't use spirit sense blades to cut open this stone, but just took out a few formation flags. Then, a huge black door appeared before Yi Mo went in and found a stone bed inside. Mu Xiaoyun slept on the bed with a frown. Clearly, her senses were sealed. Yi Mo looked at Mu Xiaoyun, who was separated from him since the small world, and felt his nose go sour. He stepped over and carried Mu Xiaoyun. "Xiaoyun, I'm here." Yi Mo's heart was complicated. Even with his Tao vindication power, he couldn't calm his heart. Su Su, Qingxue, Jin Gwen, and Yangzhu all had his help for cultivation. Mu Xiaoyun was the only one he didn't help at all. At most, he gave her a primordial chaos chant. Yi Mo could even imagine how much torture and longing Mu Xiaoyun went through to come from the cultivation realm to the immortal realm and then the divine Tao realm. He knew that in Mu Xiaoyun's world, he was her world. "Xiaoyun, stay with me from now on. Let's go back with Jingwen, Susu, Qingxue, and Yangzhu. Let's never be separated again." Yi Mo murmured. Xiaoyun's frown gradually eased up. Yi Mo didn't remove her restriction and just put her in the golden page world. To him, he had to leave the immortal goddess sacred sect quickly. After finding Xiaoyun, half of his hatred towards the immortal goddess sacred sect was gone. Yi Mo left the stone dimension and put away his formation flags before dashing towards the exit of the immortal goddess sacred sect. In the main palace of the immortal goddess sacred sect, all the divine emperors were gathered here. There was actually 31 people, in a place desolate of God's spirit, chi, and resources. A sect actually had 31 Tao vindication divine emperors. This was very amazing. At the main palace, the place seemed dejected. It wasn't that their power was weakened, but their spirit. Yi Mo ravaged the sect, but only killed a Tao molding divine emperor and a Tao nourishment divine emperor. This was nothing important to the immortal goddess sacred sect. But the immortal goddess sacred sect's belief was separated today. Their belief was broken. They were symbolic of the divine Tao realm, but now they were confused and bewildered by the things they did. Read the next chapter on our Vit novel. Come, Yi Mo has left the sect. Yueha, open the sect formation and seal the sect. Ji Sini was still extremely weak. When Yi Mo left the sect, he didn't stealth himself at all. Sect leader, we've invited many divine emperors to visit our saint prayer ceremony. If we seal the sect, then one Tao nourishment divine emperor said. Ji Sini sighed and said slowly, "Go explain to them that the great sun god mountain that had hid for countless years suddenly emerged. They want to control the entire divine Tao realm. The immortal goddess sacred sect didn't allow them, and they used this ceremony to kill our saint and a few divine emperors. Everyone immediately realized that with this, any divine emperor would side with the immortal goddess sacred sect. Perhaps people would join up to attack the great sun god mountain immediately or rally to them to attack the great sun god mountain. If they want to attack the great sun god mountain and wants us to join, we, the Tao nourishment divine emperor, asked. Ji Sini said, the great sun god mountain has nefarious intentions, and our sect is symbolic of the divine Tao realm. How can we fall behind on such matter? I understand. This Tao nourishment divine emperor immediately dashed away. The palace fell into silence. There was a sliver of pain in Wang Nanshuang's eyes. She really didn't want to trick those ordinary divine emperors. Chapter 20, 100 Kill, another Tao actualization divine emperor. Chapter 2100 Kill, another Tao actualization divine emperor. Yi Mo stopped now. He had been out of the immortal goddess sacred sect for more than half a day, so his injuries had pretty much recovered. To him, as long as his essence spirit and sea of consciousness weren't heavily injured, he could recover extremely quickly. Not bad. If I came and you didn't stop, then it wouldn't be good. This Tao Actualization Divine Emperor looked at Yi Mo and said. The condescension on his eyes were clear. Yi Mo asked calmly, "What do you want with me?" Yi Mo knew who this person was. This Tao Actualization Divine Emperor had an immortal goddess who had similar chi to Ji Shi. This immortal goddess was just an immortal emperor, and her eyes seemed sad. Without needing to ask, Yi Mo knew this Tao Actualization Divine Emperor was from Great Sun God Mountain. If he trusted Ji Shi that the Great Sun God Mountain people took Shaoyan, then he definitely wouldn't be able to save Shaoyan now. The Tao Actualization Divine Emperor's tone became a little cold. "I'm the elder of the Great Sun God Mountain. I think you're not bad. If you're willing, I can take you to join the Great Sun God Mountain." The Great Sun God Mountain was about to go to war with the immortal goddess sacred sect. It was good to take in as much immortal emperor pawns like Yi Mo as possible. Not interested. Yi Mo said calmly. He was ready to attack. "Our Great Sun God Mountain is about to become the #1 sect of the Divine Tao realm, and we will repair the Divine Tao realm. It's your fortune to join the Great Sun God Mountain. When the Divine Tao realm is repaired, you will get a sliver of the fortune and karma. You can even reach Tao vindication," the Tao Actualization Divine Emperor said seriously. "Piss off." Yi Mo couldn't be bothered talking to this guy anymore. At the same time, he released Zisu. Hearing this, the Tao Actualization Divine Emperor was furious, but he was even more furious that Yi Mo attacked first. Yi Mo's Zisu had turned into a 100 kilometers long purple dragon that smashed down. The immortal goddess was swept by Yi Mo's Divine Emperor domain and flew back tens of kilometers. At the same time, the Tao Actualization Divine Emperor released a huge spear. There were fire dragons circulating around the spear that melted everything nearby immediately. Yi Mo sneered. "Talk about playing with fire." Rumble, the purple dragon, smashed with the black flame dragon that tore their domains to pieces. The purple dragon crippled, but so was the flame dragon. "You're not an immortal emperor," the Tao Actualization Divine Emperor realized. Yi Mo definitely wasn't an immortal emperor. How could an immortal emperor take the blow of a Tao Actualization Divine Emperor? Even if you're not an immortal emperor, you have to die today. The Tao Actualization Divine Emperor was furious. Yi Mo would kill people from the immortal goddess sacred sect without concern. Killing him was even easier. "Qianbei, this is a misunderstanding. I came this time just to apologize to Qianbei. These things are nothing, but if Qianbei have some orders, just tell me," Su Mao said. Yi Mo just wanted to let Xiu Rang come out and get revenge when he felt a powerful spirit sense scan over his body, and there was even a sneer. Yi Mo was shook. He had only seen this powerful spirit sense in immortal goddess sacred sect, and people like Sikong Shan and Gongyang, and only Tao Essence Divine Emperor had such powerful spirit sense. This spirit sense was stronger than all the Tao Essence Divine Emperor he had seen. Was there a Tao Essence Divine Emperor at the city? As though to prove Yi Mo's guess, this spirit sense landed on Yi Mo again, seemingly contemptuous. Yi Mo put away Su Mao's storage ring and waved his hand. "Move away." "Yes." Su Mao saw Yi Mo take the storage ring, and his worried heart finally rested. He didn't dare to ask anything, and quickly moved to the side. Taking Mu Xiaoyan into the city, Yi Mo's spirit sense immediately saw Lei Yueha and Zhu Wenmao. He saw a dark-faced, middle-aged man sitting next to them. Yi Mo immediately knew this was the person who scanned him with spirit sense. "You want to rebuild, Suyu Divine Tao." This Tao Essence Divine Emperor sneered, and his powerful force rushed at Yi Mo. Yi Mo's face changed. He released his spirit sense domain and divine emperor domain out without hesitation. Thud, a powerful force exploded, and this immortal rest tower turned to pieces. Yi Mo retreated 50 meters before stopping. What's the meaning of this? Yi Mo's fury instantly shot up. If he was alone, he wouldn't care, but if he didn't use spirit sense domain to protect Xiaoyun, she would be immediately torn to pieces. Not bad. You can stop my emperor domain charge. You have some power. You said you're friends with martial ancestor Yuebwa. The Tao Essence Divine Emperor said with seriousness. If he was alone, Yi Mo would have exploded already, but Xiaoyun was here, and so he couldn't attack. He knew that he was no match for this Tao Essence Divine Emperor. Even if he was to instant transmission out of his attack, it would be risky. I'm asking you a question. Did you hear it? This Tao Essence Divine Emperor's tone became serious, and his force rose again. Yi Mo sighed. He couldn't send Xiaoyun into the Golden Page world here unless he wanted to expose his Golden Page world. Yi Mo suppressed his anger and said slowly, "That's right, I got a jade slip from Duanmu Yuebwa. It said that if I can rebuild the Suyu Divine Tao, I will get a great fortune once it's done." The Tao Essence Divine Emperor's eyes shot out with golden beam, and he asked desperately, "Did you get a bead called Dark Lightning Bead?" "No," Yi Mo answered. He got the bead. Chapter 2104 Setting Up Shop. Chapter 2104 Setting Up Shop. The space-time. Bao traveled in the divine Tao realm, but Yi Mo didn't have an approximate direction to. He first came to this Changfei Divine Tao city because he was teleported to Suyu Divine Tao. Suyu Divine Tao was extremely far from Muhua God Mountain. Even an ordinary divine emperor would need a few decades to travel. Yi Mo knew that it wasn't easy for even him to get back to that place, unless he had a safe and hidden teleportation formation like those big sects. Otherwise, it was impossible for him to go back there in the short term. Yi Mo gave the space-time boat to Qiu Rang and Shadowless to control, while he and Mu Xiaoyun went inside the Golden Page world. Mu Xiaoyun knew her cultivation level was too weak, and that if she wanted to help Yi Mo, she would have to hurry up and get stronger. After going in the Golden Page world, Mu Xiaoyun immediately went inside the time formation disk. With Yi Mo's teaching and all sorts of pills and God Spirit range, Mu Xiaoyun progressed extremely fast. Yi Mo started to go into solitary cultivation too. Little Blue was melting the soul lamp, but it melted the Murder Tao spear very slowly. Yi Mo knew that although his flame was the #1 flame of the immortal realm, it was still a bit low level to melt something like this. Zisu couldn't be upgraded, and this made Yi Mo unhappy with Ji Shi even more. This woman owed him a gourd, but he still hasn't seen it yet. To Yi Mo, it seemed that this woman wanted to cheat. He went to save Xiaoyun at the time and didn't ask her about this. Seeing Little Blue still needs some time, Yi Mo took out the chain he got from the depth of the prison door mountain and the 4 white bones. The chains were still very mysterious, and Yi Mo couldn't scan his spirit sense in. When he took it, he only took the part that was exposed. He couldn't take away the part buried underground and didn't want to take it. The main reason he took the chains were due to the white bones. The bones gave him an extremely familiar feeling. It was inexpressible, but real. The chains had no restrictions, but they were shockingly tough. Yi Mo had to use Golden Bow of Divine Extermination to shoot 6 arrows before barely opening them. Now that he had enough time, he used half a month to spirit control the chains and take out the bones. After spirit controlling the chains, Yi Mo realized that they were made with Heaven Luo metal essence. They were the best materials that could be used to make the best god artifact. Yi Mo set aside the Heaven Luo metal essence and checked the white bones with his spirit sense. Yi Mo caught messages inside the bones. After a long while, Yi Mo's spirit sense moved away from the bone. The message from the bones were messy, but Yi Mo organized it. The person was called Yuan Ruatio. She was the 73rd saint of the immortal goddess sacred sect, and was locked in there due to losing her virginity, and was pregnant. Chiu Rang said, Yi Mo felt this shop was cheap too. It wasn't small and had a backyard. There were 2 levels too. How could it only be 500k god crystals? Immortal friend, do you want to buy this shop? An immortal monarch man smiled and saluted with his fists to Yi Mo. Yi Mo nodded. Indeed, but this price, Yi Mo stopped. Seeing this, the immortal monarch, quick WY said, no wonder immortal friend is confused. This shop is worth 2 million, but because the owner left the city and doesn't have time to wait here, so he's selling it for a cheap price. Yi Mo sneered. Who was he tricking? 500k. If there was no problem with it, this shop would have long been bought away. But Yi Mo wasn't scared. You might have misunderstood me. Yi Mo laughed. I'm saying this price is too high, not too low. You're really interesting. Which buyer would say that the price is too low? The immortal monarch was shocked, but he reacted quickly and said, then 450k god crystals will do, no lower. Yi Mo couldn't be bothered arguing about the price and threw out a storage bag. This is 450k god crystals. Give me the ownership pact. The immortal monarch took the bag without hesitation and gave Yi Mo a pact and left immediately. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip: you can use left, right, A, and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Shadowless couldn't hold it anymore and laughed. This is really strange. We want to enter our own shop. If we don't break the restriction outside, are we going to use a teleportation formation to go in each time? I have no objections with you entering your shop, but you broke my restriction, so you must compensate. The restriction isn't inside your shop. Wei Xianming sneered and signaled to the Tao Molding Divine Emperor next to him. So that's it. How much god crystals do we need to compensate you? Shadowless said. Wei Xianming didn't expect Shadowless to surrender this quickly. Although he knew Shadowless wouldn't surrender this easily, he still said, my formation is set up by the top formation grandmaster. It's worth 5 million top-grade god crystals. It's that expensive? Even the best formation can't be worth that much. There's also a 3-foot bear inside that was injured by Chiu Rang. Wouldn't the compensation be even higher? Shadowless said. Chiu Rang looked at Shadowless, innocently thinking, since when did I injure the 3-foot bear? It's my thing, so I name the price. You're right, it's 3 million god crystals for that 3-foot bear. In total, it's 8 million god crystals. Then, the Tao Molding Divine Emperor expanded his force over. Shadowless gritted his teeth. Okay, we'll pay up. Wei Xianming dazed. It was this simple. But then he heard Shadowless say, Chiu Rang, how many immortal spirit herbs did the 3-foot bear break in our shop? Chiu Rang immediately understood and quickly said he just ate a golden bell Buddha fruit. He didn't get time to eat other things, and I caught it. Shadowless laughed. It seems that guy's quite lucky. That Buddha fruit is priceless, but I don't care. I'll take 18 million god crystals for it. Oi, Wei dude. Just give us 10 million god crystals. Don't say other shit. We name the price of our own things. You're asking to die. Wei Xianming was furious immediately. It was always he who did this to others. Since when did people dare to do this to him? If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip: you can use left, right, A, and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. They can fight however they like in my formation. I promise your palace will be fine. There was a sliver of shock in Dong En's eyes, but it soon receded. He was thinking just who was Yi Mo. How could he set up a formation in such a short time that couldn't be broken by immortal emperors? Just what formation skills was this? If he really was a pill divine, it was too shocking. But he wasn't worried about Wei Xianming and Fu Fei's battle. He trusted that Wei Xianming definitely wouldn't be scared of Fu Fei. Wei Xianming was the disciple of a Tao Essence Divine Emperor in the Great Sun God Mountain. Fu Fei landed in the circle without saying anything. Wei Xianming never took Yimo's formation seriously. He went up without hesitation too, and released his magic artifact. It was a black half-bell. Half of the bell was gone. Compared to this, Fu Fei had a half-god artifact, a true martial spear. Fu Fei pierced out with his true martial spear, and a virulent killing intent spread out through the entire palace. Yi Mo waved out a few formation flags, and the killing intent that filled this palace immediately receded back into the formation. Seeing Yi Mo set up this formation so easily, Wei Xuanming's Tao molding divine emperor's face changed. He could feel that Yi Mo didn't seem to be an immortal emperor. He thought that even if Wei Xianming was outmatched, he would be able to save Wei Xianming, but now he wasn't so sure. Thinking about this, he subconsciously walked forward, wanting to get closer to the battle. Yi Mo saw this and sneered, but did nothing. He didn't believe a Tao molding divine emperor could save someone from his hands. If Fu Fei was no match for Wei Xianming, then there was nothing he could do. Everyone in the palace looked at the battle. Fu Fei fought with his life immediately. He knew this opportunity didn't come easy. Wei Xianming saw Yi Mo seal the formation. He frowned, and then the bell completely smashed out. Black bell shadows struck out with a hum. These sounds came out of Yi Mo's formation, making Qiu Rang almost unable to bear it. Yi Mo waved his hand again, and a few more formation flags flew out. Those bell sounds were immediately much weaker. Fu Fei's spear carried out 10,000 spear shadows that clashed with the bell shadows, creating huge explosion whirlpools. It seemed powerful, but none of them could get past Yi Mo's formation. Yi Mo was a little shocked. He saw that Fu Fei didn't use god art or magic arts. He used a complete set of spear art. The countless spear shadows broke open Wei Xuanming's immortal emperor domain. Wei Xianming didn't take Fu Fei seriously, but as they fought, it was clearly becoming a life or death battle. Eventually, Yi Mo's battle circle was completely filled with bell and spear shadow. One could barely see Fu Fei and Wei Xianming. Yi Mo saw this and knew that Fu Fei wasn't just an immortal cultivator. He thought about the other type of cultivator Zhen Bingyu mentioned to them. They weren't really cultivators, they were martial artists. Yi Mo hadn't seen a pure martial artist. Zhen Bingyu said that cultivating martial arts to the extreme could allow you to break open the void. Fu Fei might be an immortal and martial dual cultivator. Just when Yi Mo was thinking if martial artists could cultivate to primordial essence divine emperor level, the victory had been decided. The bell and spear smashed head on, creating a heaven-shocking sound. Even Yi Mo's formation couldn't completely block this sound. The half-bell swept Fu Fei's spear away. If it wasn't for Yi Mo's formation, the two magic artifacts might have flown out of the palace. Yi Mo guessed Fu Fei was a martial cultivator, and now that his spear was swept away, Yi Mo frowned. It wasn't good for a martial cultivator for his weapon to leave his hand, but he set the rules. Even if Fu Fei was killed, he couldn't intervene. Just when the spear was taken away, Wei Xianming showed a smirk. He was very annoyed with Fu Fei's fighting style. It wasn't magic arts, nor god art. Now that Fu Fei's greatest reliance, his spear, was gone, Fu Fei was like dead to him. In a heavy thud, the bell smashed towards Fu Fei. Now, the Tao molding divine emperor who followed Wei Xianming breathed easy. He could tell Fu Fei was a martial cultivator, so his body would definitely be strong. But no matter how strong it couldn't be stronger than that slumbering Bell spirit. The young castle master clearly activated the Bell spirit. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip: you can use left, right, A, and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Yemo nodded. I can indeed only concoct Tao molding god pills. As for Tao nourishment god pills, I can't concoct them yet. Yi Mo got many god spirit herbs in the Muhua God Mountain, and so he brought up his pill concoction skills to Tao molding pill divine level. It wasn't that his pill concoction skills couldn't improve, but it was too hard to get Tao nourishment god spirit herbs. Dong sighed. Tower Master Yi hasn't been to the Void Marketplace. If one you go, you will see that originally the human race was the majority there, but now human race have depleted rapidly. It's not because other races have more prodigies and pill divines, but because the divine Tao realm is broken and all sorts of God spirit herb and Tao fruits are lacking. Other races have much more abundance of God spirit herb and Tao fruits. So their power is far beyond that of the human race. Yemo listened quietly. He didn't believe Dong and would think for the human race. Indeed, Dongan's tone changed. Tower Master Yi, our great sun god mountain, was one of the 3 big sects of the divine Tao realm. Now that Suyu divine Tao is diminished and the immortal goddess sacred sect sealed mountain, our great sun god mountain is the strongest sect of the divine Tao realm. Our greatest wish is to repair the divine Tao realm and allow divine Tao realm to return to instant second prime. However, our great sun god mountain don't have a real pill divine yet. If Tower Master Yi is willing to join the great sun god mountain, you will be able to rebuild the divine Tao realm with great sun god mountain. Yemo sneered. Joined the great sun god mountain? When he was strong, he would annihilate Great Sun God Mountain. How could he join the Great Sun God Mountain? Plus, he had even killed Tao Actualization Divine Emperor of the Great Sun God Mountain. He didn't believe Dong En's words too. Repair the divine Tao realm and allow it to recover? Who would believe this? If it was spirit controlling the divine Tao realm and turning it into the Great Sun God Mountain, he would believe it. But he heard the Great Sun God Mountain only has Tao Essence Divine Emperor. It was Day dreaming for a Tao Essence Divine Emperor to spirit control the divine Tao realm. It's no rush joining the Great Sun God Mountain. I plan to go to the Void Marketplace first. However, does Castle Master Dong need me to help with anything? Yemo didn't reject immediately. He knew that Dong and connected to him for him to join the Great Sun God Mountain. There was a sliver of disappointment in Dong En's eyes, but then he laughed. In that case, then we'll talk about it after Tower Master Yi comes back from the Void Marketplace. I don't have any personal needs. When Tower Master Yi wants to go to the Void Marketplace, I will go with Brother Yi if I'm free. Oh, what does Castle Master Dong want at the Void Marketplace? Yemo asked casually. Dong'an said with pity, I need a Tao fruit. It doesn't matter what Tao fruit it is. Chapter 2110, Divine Tao Rank. Chapter 2110, Divine Tao Rank. Half a day later, Yemo happily took Shadowless, Chiorang, and Fei Fei and left the Shicheng Castle. He learned a lot about the Void Marketplace from Dong, and the Void Marketplace wasn't simple a big city that connected the different races. It was also a place where the prodigies from the different races gathered. Those who went to Void Marketplace were either extremely powerful beings or some prodigy cultivator. They could all easily kill peers. In the Void Marketplace, power was everything. There was no sympathy nor tears here, only power. The most famous thing in the Void Marketplace was 2 ranks One was the God Tao rank, and one was the divine Tao rank. They were also called God rank and divine rank. God rank was something all divine emperors could chase for. This only referred to divine emperors before Tao essence divine emperor. When you reached Tao essence divine emperor, you could only chase for divine rank. As for primordial essence divine emperor, they were extremely rare even in the void marketplace. Only one or two came occasionally. They wouldn't go on any rank. Those who reached primordial essence divine emperor were usually cultivating and managing their own world. They wouldn't stay in the void marketplace. Each rank had 500 people. The human race had very few people on the rank due to the fall of the divine Tao realm. The rest of the races had many prodigies. If it wasn't that there was no point in taking over the divine Tao realm, it would have long become a subsidiary world of other races. Yi Mo didn't take the people on the rank seriously, but when he heard Dongan say that someone formed the God rank defeated a Tao essence divine emperor, he was shocked. He was confident that he was invincible amongst peers, but he didn't expect he was powerful enough to cross a big step, defeating a Tao vindication, second step Tao essence divine emperor as a Tao vindication first step cultivator. From this, one could see that in the vast universe, there were countless powerful beings. The strongest not necessarily came from the human race. Due to this news, Yi Mo looked down on the great sun god mountain even more. Such a sect didn't think about how to repair the divine Tao realm, but instead thought about how to dominate the divine Tao realm. They even wanted to turn the divine Tao broken realm into their great sun god realm. From Dong and he also knew that although there were Tao molding divine emperors in the void marketplace, they were either very insane or went with the Tao essence divine emperor from their sect. As for why many divine emperors of the divine Tao realm went the God Necropolis domain to vindicate primordial essence divine emperor, Yi Mo understood a bit about it too. If one didn't become primordial essence divine emperor, he would definitely not be able to repair the divine Tao realm. 3 years suddenly passed again. Yi Mo fused all these materials into the space-time boat and truly upgraded it to a middle-grade flying god artifact. Not only so, the inner cabin was much larger. Yi Mo added many defense formations outside too. Yi Mo breathed easy. He was ready to go to the void marketplace now. Yi Mo had decided to give the Luo Yu Pill forgery tower to Fu Fei, with Dong and to take care of him. Fu Fei would have no problem running the shop. As soon as Yi Mo put away the space-time boat, there was a ripple. Yi Mo rejoiced. He knew that Mu Xiaoyan finished solitary cultivation. Mu Xiaoyan put away the time formation disc and came out as Immortal King Peak Stage. She was ready to have her immortal monarch divine damnation. Husband, Mu Xiaoyan saw that Yi Mo was right next to him and rejoiced and quickly came over. You're ready to have immortal monarch divine damnation. Yi Mo grabbed her hand and felt her god essence. MHM, the time formation disc, is really a good thing. I feel cultivation is so fast inside. Mu Xiaoyan sighed. Yi Mo laughed. I'll protect you. Have your immortal monarch divine damnation. Yi Mo said there were all sorts of divine damnation places in the Golden Page world, and even the spirit gathering formation was set up. Yi Mo wasn't going to intervene with Mu Xiaoyun's divine damnation. In the Golden Page world, Yi Mo could completely control the power of her divine damnation, but Yi Mo didn't want to do this unless it was a life or death situation. Mu Xiaoyun's talent was absurd, and she had this many magic artifact and pills. Even if the divine damnation was stronger, Yi Mo believed she could do it. At this moment, 2 slightly messy-haired women ran into the city. The woman ahead was slightly older, but looked like an extremely beautiful middle-aged woman. The woman next to her had her face hidden, but her extremely beautiful temperament couldn't be hidden. Master, we've pretty much ended our exit by coming here. The woman said. The middle-aged woman sighed. Even if we don't come in here, there's no other way. I have a subtle feeling that this is our only chance of survival here. The masked woman said nothing, but then she said in surprise, Master, look, this is Luo Yupil Forgery Divine Tower. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip, you can use left, right, A and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Most people didn't leave and sneered as though ready to watch a good show. This is a god pill for Tao Molding Divine Emperor. Ha! And it's extremely high grade. The Divine Emperor soon grabbed a few bottles into his storage ring. The middle-aged woman's face changed and quickly said, You're capturing us. It has nothing to do with this shop. Put the things here and we'll go with you. Ha ha! Thanks for helping. Otherwise, how could we know there's such a good shop in the city? There's even god pills. The Tao Molding Divine Emperor laughed. Boy, did you say god pills? Another figure appeared at the door. The middle-aged woman's face sunk. She couldn't even beat that Tao Molding Divine Emperor, and this person who just came was clearly Tao Nourishment Divine Emperor or above. Shadowless crawled up. Boss, there's someone robbing our shop. Shadowless immediately sent Yi Mo a message. He knew that only Boss could handle this. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip, you can use left, right, A and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Qing Ru will understand this. If immortal friend Yi is willing to take her there, then even if she dies, you're not to blame. Yi Mo looked at the red-eyed Qing Ru, who didn't speak. He was still a bit troubled. It was because Qing Ru's power was too weak. She was only great extreme immortal, but he couldn't really reject such thing. Li Xiu was this selfless. He couldn't reject her. Thinking about Nia Shuang Shuang, Yi Mo wondered why people from the same sect were so different. Qing Ru got up and said, if Brother Yi is willing to take Qing Ru to the Void Marketplace, Qing Ru is willing to go venture there with Brother Yi. Master, take care. 3 days later, the Luo Yupil forgery shop closed, and Yi Mo and them left the city in MD God Artifact space-time boat, with Li Xiu leading the way, and Yi Mo's middle-grade flying god artifact. The two estimated that it would only take them less than a year to reach the entrance of the immortal realm. As soon as Yi Mo left the city, a trailing light chased over. Yi Mo knew that if he activated the space-time boat with full power, that light wouldn't be able to catch up to him. But his spirit sense saw that the light belonged to the Du Ting God sect, so he stopped the space-time boat. The Du Ting God sect people are chasing over? Li Xiu asked. Yi Mo nodded. That's right, he's the Du Ting God sect Tao Actualization Divine Emperor Peak Stage. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip, you can use left, right, A and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Chapter 21:15 Terrifying Golden Bone, Arrow. Chapter 21:15 Terrifying Golden Bone, Arrow. Moments later, that light landed before Yi Mo's space-time boat. It was a flying cart. It was near MD God Artifact. There was a long-bearded man standing on top Tao Actualization Divine Emperor Peak Stage Power. Yi Mo knew this was the Du Ting God Sect leader. You killed 2 of my Du Ting God Sect Divine Emperors. The man said coldly. Yi Mo laughed. You're wrong. Other than those 2, I killed 2 more immortal emperors. I was planning to let this Ji Chuan immortal emperor leave and wanted him to take me to the Du Ting God Sect, but I didn't want to waste time. So I killed him. Yi Mo indeed wanted to go annihilate Du Ting God Sect and use their resources to set up the formation. After he discussed with Li Xiu, he felt that he had enough resources, so he gave up on the idea. After all, he wasn't alone now. He still took a big crowd of people with him. Even Fu Fei didn't stay in the city. Humph! The Tao Actualization Divine Emperor sneered and released an eye-piercing magic artifact. Yimo saw this was a flag, an extreme young flag. I will see how insane you are. How dare you kill my Du Ting God Sect Divine Emperor? If you can survive under my Jai extreme yang flag for 5 minutes, I'll let you live and be my slave. The flag pressed down at Yi Mo like countless suns. Yi Mo pushed space-time boat away with one leg and smashed out 36 lightning sea god orbs. Even Yi Mo didn't dare to stop this flag with his body. If he was divine body, he might try, but he wasn't there yet. They were both Tao Actualization Divine Emperors, but this person was much stronger than the great Sun God Mountain Tao Actualization Divine Emperor he killed. The 36 lightning sea god orbs swept up lightning with Yi Mo ebbing the center and formed a lightning barrier. The lightning barrier also shot out countless lightning arcs and strikes. The thick lightning arcs smashed with the flag, exploding out huge space ripples. Yi Mo seemed to be the center of lightning, while this Tao Actualization Divine Emperor seemed to be an extreme yang whirlpool. Rumble, rumble. The explosion turned the surrounding into oblivion. 36 lightning sea god orbs. The Tao Actualization Divine Emperor retreated a few km and stared at the 36 lightning sea god orbs in shock. Yi Mo praised this Tao Actualization Divine Emperor. He was much stronger than both the Great Sun God Mountain Tao Actualization Divine Emperor and Ji Sini of the Immortal Goddess Sacred Sect. He used the 36 lightning sea god orbs and only barely had the upper hand. If it was Ji Sini, he would be able to smash out Zi Su again. Just in that clash, Yi Mo realized why he wanted Qing Ru to be his cultivation slave. His cultivation method and magic artifact were extreme yang. However, it wasn't pure. He needed an extreme Yin virgin to be a cultivation sex slave. Otherwise, he would burn himself to death. Yi Mo's 3-birth chant created many cultivation method, and he immediately realized this. At the same time, Shadowless forced the space-time boat to retreat. Li Xiu stared at this in shock. She didn't feel much when Yi Mo fought with that Tao Nourishment Divine Emperor. She knew Yi Mo was stronger than her, but didn't have any direct impression. Now that Yi Mo battled this Tao Actualization Divine Emperor, the powerful lightning arcs and the extreme yang light made her unable to even get close. This Tao Actualization Divine Emperor peak stage was more than tens of times stronger than his clone. At this moment, Li Xiu felt even more that it was beneficial to Qing Ru to send her out for adventure. Master, I understand. Qing Ru thought that her master told her to go with Yi Mo to increase her knowledge and get benefits from Yi Mo. Now, she realized what her master meant. If you didn't go with someone strong and experienced countless battles, you would forever live at the bottom of a well. Just looking at how strong Yi Mo was, she knew that he had gone through countless battles. Only if you kept fighting strong people could you stand at the peak. No bad. Have a look at my Falling Mark Sword rune. Yi Mo released Zi Su. Falling Mark Sword rune was very powerful, but its weakness was that Zi Su's level was too low. If Zi Su was a higher level, his Falling Mark Sword rune would be even stronger. The Tao Actualization Divine Emperor's face changed. The extreme yang flag shot out tens of thousands of extreme yang rays. At the same time, a black bow appeared on his hand, and a golden arrow appeared too. Golden arrow of divine extermination. Yi Mo's eyes narrowed, and all his muscles tensed up. He knew that black bow wasn't the golden bow of divine extermination, but it was no ordinary bow. Even the most ordinary bow shooting the golden arrow of divine extermination was extremely powerful. Space fissures appeared as the arrow shot out. This invisible space binding came towards Yi-Mo. It seemed about to bind Yi-Mo completely. Yi-Mo's heart squeezed. It had always been him who locked others with this arrow. Now, he was on the receiving end. The arrow arrived instantly. At this moment, Yi-Mo didn't have the time to release the golden bow of divine extermination to stop this arrow. Screech, the 36 lightning sea god, Orbs was powerful, but Yi-Mo didn't completely control it. The arrow tore open the 36 lightning sea god, Orb's barrier, and came before him. Instant second, Yi-Mo stared at the arrow. He was certain this Tao actualization divine emperor had controlled more than 100 levels of restriction of the golden arrow of divine extermination, maybe even 102. If this Tao actualization divine emperor used the golden bow of divine extermination to shoot this arrow, Yi-Mo doubted if he'll even dodge it in a rush. Invisible ripples spread in the space. In one blink, spring, summer, autumn, and winter. In one blink, instant and eternity.